it's really neat, and I love. I read white papers all the time.
Yeah.
It's just so exciting, you know. And
Which one's your favorite one? Which one's your favorite white paper?
oh my gosh, well, I don't want to call these companies out. Uh, some of them are well known, and one didn't really. One has not come out yet. I don't think it'd be appropriate for me to name the names of these companies because some of them I'm involved with, some I'm not.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like the ones that deal with supply chain management.
Mm.
There's some exciting ones around sort of when you deal in commodities and finding rational prices, rational pricing mechanisms.
So does it tap into oracles, offline data?
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds like it would have to.
Yeah, oracles for sure, and anything that allows the networked accounting. You know, network accounting is I think very very exciting.
Explain that. Network accounting.
So network accounting is the idea that when you have a group of people or a group of parties involved in a business, let's say it's a bottling business, right? So one company supplies the lids, the jars. One supplies the glass jars. One's the truck. One makes the stuff inside inside the jars, right? One at the factory,
Yeah.
right? One does insurance, and a lot of times it's hard to find the best. There'll be asymmetric knowledge and power and value, right? So
Right. So when you say asymmetric, you mean one party knows something that the other party doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they're using that to their advantage.
Exactly,
Yeah.
which is the traditional kind of extractive economy.
Yeah, that's capitalistic.
Yeah, capitalistic, right? Which is arguably leading to some destructive and just not coming up the way as fast as we could, and leading to disruptive relationships, right? So you end up suing each other, you end up breaking apart, you end up not being as efficient and not growing as you could, not growing as much as you could as a whole, because the rising tide really does lift all the boats, right? So network accounting is where it's this way technical stuff, but where they share their pricing is shared across multiple ledgers of when they buy and sell, and when they bid come together. It finds a stable price that allows it to happen more smoothly, more quickly, and with less default, less chaos.
Yeah, it sounds like a different way of explaining it. So, because I'm quite familiar with triple accounting. That's essentially what a distributed ledger is. But
yeah, that's similar.
Network accounting is talking more specifically about the nodes and how they make sure there's quote unquote perfect information in the system to where everyone benefits, right? So
yeah, exactly.
So so to explain triple accounting more. So basically, traditionally with double accounting, you have debits and credits, right? And with triple accounting, you have debit, credits, and then the final, you have an extra ledger or entry that records that transaction as well.
Yeah.
So that's where the distributed ledger comes in, where it records the debit, credit, where the money came from, who it went to, and then also just the actual balance of it as well. Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's like an extra layer of to beat fraud.
Yeah, I mean it's
very dense.
I did not do it justice right now, just so you know.
Yeah.
But
it's fine.
It's cool to read it though.
Yeah.
It definitely.
I try to keep things simple. You know what I'm saying? Like if I can't say it to you in two sentences, and you can dig into the details later. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The guy who worked on triple accounting, he actually works with the EOS team, or I think Block One.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
I'm just bad with names today.
Now that's an interesting apparatus. Sorry about that. That's an interesting business over there. They're building and funding and creating, just going for it.
Yeah. With blockchains, what you can do now is you can create a true walled garden, right? Like Apple created their walled garden, which
what is this word?
Walled garden. So they own the hardware and they own the software.
Uh-huh.
They own the front door and the back door.
Mhm.
So if you want to get on their platform, you have to play by their rules,
Right.
i.e., pay them whatever they want,
Mm-hmm.
right? But with Apple, the Apple still has to essentially it's limited by the government, right? Because essentially Apple is using government money, U.S. Euro money, so their power is quote unquote limited in that aspect. With blockchain, you can do what Apple did, and on top of that, you have your own money. So technically, you
Yeah.
can work outside of your own, outside of the government's purview on their land,
Right.
in their
Yeah.
country.
Right.
But you could be like, well, we're using our own money.
And what is that new internet that's built on this way too? Well, there was the Orchid protocol, which is exciting. Which
I don't know much about that, so.
Orchid's amazing. I mean, it reads amazing, and they've got a good team. They're doing some dynamic work as they build it out. It's a new internet layer, and it's an internet layer that's built.
Is it a mesh network?
I think so. I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a new internet, and it's built to empower its users. There's a privacy element, and you're able to monetize your own life on your own